Now you want to see in my closet. I came out of it so many years ago, I haven't been in it for a long, long time. But this is just some of the stuff that has to do with the Brooks benefit over the years. Here's the programs. Oh wow, from every year. Golly, the memories. Billy in Wonderland, Rockabilly. Certainly the money is something to be very proud of, but the awareness that we've been able to generate is huge.
Do you know the beautiful thing about Bill Brooks is that he brings awareness through a different way. Like, he's not medical, he's not, quote, proper. He reaches a different audience. It's amazing.
See, now you know why I stopped after 19 years, because we were running out of ideas. Gatsby, If You Can, fashionable people doing fabulous things. Obviously somebody that can't count, you know, duh. 007, and here's year number 2. God, I look young there. This one was my favorite. Now that makeup took, about 4 hours to do. You can well imagine me driving in my car with that kind of a face on. Here was the first one, and here's the last one. So I mean, look how far we progressed in terms of the artwork and the visuals. Well, you kind of need it, you know. It's something you really. Herb and the Twins like having the prostate gland. Herb and the Twin? You've never heard it called Herb and the Twin?
I actually have never heard that before, so that's not how I would I would refer to things that way.
Believe it or not, as a kid, I was very shy. I was very introverted, so I'm not quite sure what happened.
His humor makes you feel comfortable, makes you feel a bit awkward at times.
Here's an interesting fact that you may not know, and I just heard this yesterday, that in order to keep your prostate healthy, you should ejaculate 21 times a month.
Only he would know that. It's not the worst advice I've ever heard.
Well, let me see, what day is it? It's the 23rd. I've got to go. I'll be right back.
Well, that sounds like Bill.
My uncle died of the disease at the ripe old age. I think he was like 45. He was my hero. Scratch golfer, killer good looking. I mean, he had it all going on. But in those days, typical man, he didn't even have a GP. And he was healthy. And then by the time they diagnosed him, he died within 3 weeks. In those days, nothing was being done for or around the disease. In fact, people were calling it prostate cancer, and people still sometimes say prostate. And I'm like, no. Prostrate is what happens to you when you get prostate cancer, because prostrate means lying down, for God's sakes.
He is such a warm, kind man, and his generosity obviously is more than one can even imagine.
Well, we raised $8.8 million, which is really astounding.
That's a lot of money, and that's incredible. And with that money, he's really left a legacy.
Here's my babies that I really love, because gardening kind of keeps me normal.
The Prostate Cancer Centre is a non-profit organization. It doesn't receive any funding from Alberta Health Services, relies completely on generosity of Calgarians and Albertans. And Bill's money has gone directly into making this centre what it is.
Dr. Shelley Spaner is taking prostate cancer awareness and fundraising to the next level, and it's called Women for Men's Health. So I thought, perfect. If you want something done really, really well and you want to kick arse, get the ladies involved. I mean, they'll just move mountains.
I've picked up the torch. I think Bill has passed it to me, and I feel so lucky for that. I really do.
To those whom much is given, much is expected. And I'm very, very lucky. And so many of us are so lucky. And you got to do it. You got to pay it forward. I think it's bad karma if you don't. I really believe that.
Hi, Mike. How are you doing?
Doing great.
Men are more vulnerable. They don't come with their families. They come on their own. And they often present late in their disease process. Like men with testicular tumors will present with really large tumors that could have been caught way earlier. Older men will present with diseases that could have been prevented. And every time it happens, it just has made me want to fill that niche.
Everything is going to be fine. You're going to see.
Total strangers will come up to me and say, oh, you're Boba. And they say, well, you saved my life. Like, oh, does it get any better than that? I mean, that's manna from heaven. I mean, holy Dinah. Who gets the opportunity to experience that in their life?
I love him. I feel so lucky to have met him.
There's the resource library where you'll see men who are going through prostate cancer, and I went through one time and they clapped. Isn't that cool? But that's that guy. Quite a legacy. Quite a neat thing to be able to have done. So, yeah. Maybe my place in heaven is secure after all. I don't know about that. We'll see. Yeah. Next.